I'm not sure my wife would agree with you on patience, but
Well, she's actually more patient than you. We've met her.
anyway, after listening to Mr. Gowdy, we have a list of 4 brave Americans who gave their life for this country: Ambassador Stevens, Sean Smith, Glenn Doherty, and Tyrone Woods. And I think Mr. Gowdy hit it on the head. At best, this is negligence. We have an ongoing pattern of requests for more help and it not going up the chain of command. How many more people are we going to have to add to this list? And that's what I want to pursue in this line of questioning. And I'll start with Mrs. Lamb and Ambassador Kennedy. Are there other embassies similarly situated, or other State Department outposts that are asking for more help because of volatile situations that are not getting it?
In volatile locations, no, sir. RSOs just need to confer with their post management because it's a matter of bed space and logistical issues, and the request and the justification for what these personnel will do. And it's granted. If we don't have permanent assignments to put there, we immediately put temporarily assigned agents there.
So there's not a budget problem. It's not y'all don't have the money to do this?
Sir, if it's a volatile situation, we will move assets to cover that.
Would you have considered, at the time, did you consider Libya to be a volatile situation?
Sir, absolutely. And the desk officer sat down, talked and sent emails and came to an agreement with Eric Nordstrom. We were trying to get a clearly defined list of exactly what he needed out there.
So how long does this have to get tied up in bureaucratic red tape? It would, to me, it's like saying, we're on fire, let's figure out how many firemen to send. Let's just send some.
Sir, we did provide everything that he asked for.
All right.
Sir, do you want my response to that, too? Thank you very much, sir. The answer is we did provide resources, and as a point of clarification following on your question, there's been a large discussion here about the SST team headed by Colonel Woods. The SST team was the Tripoli team.
Okay, I want to go to Mr. Nordstrom because he was there on the field. You guys are, I was talking to you guys about what's happening in D.C. Do you think it was on fire and you needed more people and you communicated that urgently up the chain of command?
I think that my cables stand as they are in terms of addressing the assertion from Das Land that there wasn't a specific or detailed list. For the members that are here, they can see that it's more than detailed. I also have a number of memorandums that went back as far as February detailing not just the numbers we needed, but the specific hours those people would be working and the duties.
And you didn't get them?
Well, I think the question to be asked is, again, as was asserted after my July 9th cable, that the plan was to source our security needs from the Department of State rather than from the Department of Defense. Right. I think the question is, were those resources ever provided? And I think the answer is no.
Okay. Do you have anything to add, Lieutenant Colonel Wood?
No.
Okay. I realize you guys don't, Lieutenant Colonel Wood, Mr. Nordstrom, y'all don't have the level of information that Ms. Lamb and Ambassador Kennedy have, but having been in the biz, so to speak, do you think there are other embassies out there and other State Department facilities similarly situated to what we had in Libya that are at risk today?
Sir, it is my impression that the cookie-cutter approach or some sort of a plan was being applied to us. That was what we felt down there in the field as we tried to work this situation. And certainly Libya met none of those requirements.
And as a former military person, historically it's been the Marines that have protected our embassy, and for a variety of political situations. And I need point no further than Iraq, with the huge amount of money we're spending to protect our embassy with contractors. When, for political reasons or whatever, we are not putting Marines in. Do you think that's a good idea, that we're doing that? We're not relying on the Marines?
So I think there's definitely a place for it. It needs to be studied, and I think each location is going to present you with a different situation that needs to be looked at. for the merits, on its own merits.
Well, and I think that as we have the Arab Spring coming and we have the freedom and democracy coming to these Arab states, we have got to be aware that sometimes there are going to be times of transitions when the countries are not stable. There may be election results that we don't like, or people who don't like us are elected. And I think we need to take this as a lesson that we need to be much more proactive and project more strength so this doesn't happen in times that can change literally in a matter of hours. I see I'm out of time, so I'll yield back.
I thank the gentleman. And with that, we're going to go to our very patient